A 7-year-old Colorado boy says he was hurt when he asked to join his sister's Girl Scout troop and was initially turned away. His mother says the boy has dressed and acted like a girl since he was just a toddler, and the Girl Scouts of Colorado say that's good enough for them. He's been accepted into the troop. Joining us now to talk about it further is Mara Kiesling, Executive Director of National Center for Transgender Equality, and Peter Spriggs, Senior Fellow of Policy at the Family Research Council. Thank you both for coming in.
Thanks for having us.
And I want to read the Girl Scouts comments on this before we get into this. They say, quote, Girl Scouts is an exclusive organization. We accept all girls in kindergarten through 12th grade as members. If the child lives life as a girl and the family brings the child to us to participate in Girl Scouts of Colorado welcomes her. Girl Scouts of Colorado respects the privacy of all girls and families we work with. When a family requests membership for their daughter, we do not require proof of gender. We respect the decisions of families. So, Peter, if it's good enough for them, why is it not okay with you?
Well, a person who believes that they are the opposites of their biological sex or who wants to be the opposite of their biological sex is suffering from a recognized mental illness known as gender identity disorder. And the appropriate response to that is psychological counseling to help them be comfortable with their biological sex. I believe that's true for an adult, but it's doubly true for a child who has nowhere near the maturity to be able to decide that they want to change their sex.
Mara, are you applauding the Girl Scouts here?
Well, I think what the Girl Scouts have done really makes a lot of sense. Peter's wrong about this being a mental illness. The Diagnostic Statistical Manual, which lists it, also lists insomnia, migraines, and religious conversion. These are all things that can cause stress in a person's life, they're all things that can cause stress in a person's life, but it's not a mental illness. Transgender people can be absolutely just as stable as anybody else. But gender identity is a core, deep-seated part of everybody's personality. For most people, their gender identity matches their sex, but for a small percentage of it, it just doesn't. And the Girl Scouts are taking this into consideration, and I think that's great.
I mean, Peter, what else could the Girl Scouts do? I mean, they're in a very delicate position here when it comes to this particular family where the mother comes forward and says, we've always treated my son as a girl because that's how he feels. We couldn't put him in Boy Scouts because that's not what he would even want to do. He's not interested.
Well, I think the original scout leader, the troop leader that was approached by the mother had it right. They said, I'm sorry, the Girl Scouts is for girls. And in fact, there are a lot of youth programs that are open to both boys and girls. And if you're not happy with that, you could start other ones. But the Boy Scouts and the Girl Scouts have always been exclusive in terms of gender. I don't think it's discrimination for them to remain that way.
Mara, do you worry at all about how other kids may react or parents may react in these troops?
Well, if you've seen the video of this child, this child would fit in just perfectly. This is a small child. The Girl Scouts are there at that age to play. They're not there to explore their gender. They're there to play, and this wonderful child would have fit in just perfectly. And what all the studies show over and over again is that children benefit from parents who are accepting and love them, and they don't benefit from having to face prejudice alone. And I applaud the parent for thinking through this and working with their child to allow the child to be who the child is.
All right, they have settled the controversy for them there in Colorado. We'll see if other troops go along as well. Mara and Peter, thank you both for coming in.
Thank you, Shannon.